Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a travel related video because by the time you watch this video I should actually be currently in Hobart enjoying our first flight, I guess interstate family trip since the pandemic. So this is the first flight. So I'm a little bit nervous now. This is like a few days before we go. And right now I'm still a little nervous. I've like completely forgotten how airplanes work and how airports work and everything like that. So it will be interesting, but I'm also in the middle of packing everything, and this is my travel pencil case because I do intend to do quite a bit of journaling when I go. That's kind of a great time for me to journal because I do have quite a bit more time. I'm not doing so much housework, obviously, when I travel. So I thought I would show you guys what I am packing in my travel pencil case. I do think I have one item potentially missing, so I might show that at the end if I remember, but let's just get into it. So this particular pencil case, I am not even very familiar with this brand. Delder, but it's basically one of those pencil cases that you can just pull down and then it acts as like a pencil holder, which I love. I've used this in quite a few trips. You just pull it down like this and then you can access all your pens, and it's just perfect. It's so perfect, and I keep this usually on the ready, but I will make slight adjustments to it before I go on a trip just in case I've changed up how I plan and the items I use. So I'm going to pull these all out and then I will put them back in again. Okay, so as you can see, completely empty. So, in no particular order, there are some here that make sense, some that don't. So this is a very novelty random black pen. I really like it. I think it came with one of the subscription boxes that I get, and it's just a really cute pen to have. I guess I do have quite a few of these cute pens, so I like to scatter them through my collection. In terms of general black pens, I've got these two. Yes. Oh no, I've got a couple more. All right, so this one is the Uniball Signo in 0.38. I love using this in my Hobonichi Cousin, this particular one, as well as the Pilot Juice 0.38. You can see 0.38 is the size I prefer to use in my Hobonichi Cousin. When it comes to my Hobonichi Weeks, weirdly enough, I feel like I'd rather use a 0.3. I don't know why, but that's just how I work. And so right now, actually, here, let me show you the pen that's not packed yet because I'm still using it. So this is the pen that I like to use in my Hobonichi Weeks. It is a fountain pen. It's like a very basic fountain pen, extra fine. I don't know why, that this one just feels really comfortable to use when writing in my Hobonichi Weeks. It makes me feel fancy, I suppose. And yeah, it works really well. So this one is for my Weeks. This is for my Cousins. Why I have that delineation, I still can't work out, but I just write what feels right. This is a solid 0.5 gel pen. It's the Energel, Energel? Am I saying that right? Energel, yeah. Pentel Energel. They're like really famous. The Pentel Energel, they're really popular, just standard 0.5. This is really good for just general writing. And then I've got a 0.38, another 0.38 Uni Jetstream. So I used to always journal with these sort of ballpoint pens. These are all gels and this is ballpoint. And I really love this, but I don't really use ballpoint very often anymore. However, sometimes it comes up. Sometimes you want something that isn't too inky, that's going to dry on straight away. So that's why I always make sure to carry one with me, though it doesn't really get used very much. Here is another ballpoint. These are the Hobonichi Techo Uni Multi Pen pens that you get every year. This is from 2019. I just really like the color, so that's why this particular one is in my case. I have all the different years since 2015, but I think this one is the prettiest one, and it's 0.5, so it is a little thicker than this one. Same type of pen though, in that they're both Uni Jetstreams. This is actually Uni Jetstream as well, it just doesn't say, but it is from Uni. And I like that you've got your black, blue, and red. So it is like a general filling out forms. So if I'm filling out like forms in my boarding pass or anything, I prefer to use this one. Firstly, it's thicker, so it's easier to see. This one's a bit too thin, but as a ballpoint, it's less likely to smudge, whereas gels do tend to smudge a little bit if you are not careful. So this one here is a high-tech Leto Pilot custom. So custom is that I pick the colors, and these colors more just mark out different types of events in my planners. So I use blue for my day job. I use this lime green to signify anything related to the planner channel. I actually probably should update this now that I'm looking at it. It's been a little while, but I use like dark green for the sticker shop. I'll use purple for the planner, for the vlog channel, and I'll use kind of like a light cyanide, I don't know, a light blue for Fables and Fashion. So this might need a little bit of updating, but it's hard because I actually do have quite a few different categories. Like yellow is for social events, pink is for family events, what else? Red is for travel. So I feel like I need to have like multiples of these on the go, because I usually like to just like colorize little snippets in the journal so I know, oh, this pertains to travel, or this pertains to the family and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone else does that, but yeah. And because I travel, I really do need to figure out how to include all those colors. So moving along, these are like brush pens. So this is the Tombow Fudenosuke pen. This is the, I think this is the hard tip. Yeah, so this one is the hard tip version, which allows me to make like write in script, but like really little script. And then this one, I'm not even sure what brand this is. It's a dual tip pen, but this one is much, oops, I just completely knocked over my pencil case. And these are much thicker, so I can do thicker lines if I'm, I don't know, wanting to do calligraphy for some reason. I usually use these really thick ones for writing cards, especially when I'm writing the person's name in the front of the card. I'll always do that. Fun fact, I don't think my calligraphy is good at all. In fact, I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's so juvenile. But I don't think it's super common outside of the planner community, because when I write cards to friends and family and I try to do my, like, you know, really half-assed calligraphy on it, I constantly get compliments about, oh my god, that looks so nice. And I think it kind of makes you realize that when you're really in a world, there's a big range, right? Like for me, because I'm so into planners, I can tell that I have a way to go in terms of drawing, and my handwriting is like messy and all that sort of stuff. But when you're not in the world and you're just kind of looking at it from the outside, yeah, it can come off really professional, I suppose. Anyways, moving right along. So now we have some pencils, mechanical pencils. I don't know why I have both of these. I probably can get rid of this one because this is a dual pencil. So you twist it one way, you get 0.3. You twist it the other way, you get 0.5. So, and then up here is an eraser. So in reality, I don't really need this one. It's a 0.3 pencil. So I might actually leave this one out, which will actually give you more space to try and find more of these so I can include more colors. But yeah, this covers all my pencil needs. 0.5 is really good for like sketching. 0.3 is really good for writing. But this is like one of my favorite new discoveries for 2022. It's a I think it's a Korean brand, is it? No, it's Japanese. Sunstar. Actually, I've not heard of it before. I only saw it on Jet pens, and I just thought this is perfect. It covers all my pencil needs in one pencil. I don't need to have a 0.5, and I don't need to carry a 0.3. It's all good. In terms of supporting the pencil or fixing up mistakes, actually I still have one more pen to go. So this is a correction pen. It is like a really fine tip liquid correction pen. I love using this just generally when I'm trying to correct or just like hide really tiny mistakes. So sometimes I maybe, I don't know, this sounds really silly, but like say you write a letter and one of the lines goes slightly over where it's supposed to. This is really great at just fixing it so it looks at a glance clean. Obviously, when you put correction tape or correction liquid on any of your paper, it doesn't quite look the same anymore. So I try not to use it too much, but sometimes I get really pedantic about things, and so I want something to be able to just clean it up and make it look clean. This is 0.7. I love that this is refillable. And then I have this one from Tombow, the Mono two-way. So on one side you have an eraser, and then on the other side you have correction tape. I actually prefer using correction tape over this because you don't need to wait for it to dry, so you can write on it straight away, whereas this one, if you don't wait long enough, also it can come up bumpy, like a little bit grainy, because the liquid you know, it gets a little bit clogged up at the tip, and so you end up getting like it's sandy effect, if that makes sense. If you guys use this versus this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is just smoother. However, this is 0.5 centimeters, so it's quite thick. And with the Hobonichis, the writing space is so small, so I mean this could almost cover 1.5 lines, so I try to use it in a creative sense. But this just feels so useful because you can, like, you'll notice that what I try to do here with my travel kit is have things as multi-purpose as possible so that it carries less weight, so I have less weight. So I love this because it has the eraser component to it. I guess I could use this part as the eraser as well, but this eraser is bigger, and I don't know, I just find this easy to use, got sharper corners and everything. Okay, one more pen. This is the Sakura Micron. These are like really popular pens, so you probably heard about all of them. But the reason I carry this one, this is in the one, is this is archival ink. In theory, this was supposed to be archival ink too, but I don't find it to be very archival. Like, when I say archival, it means that I can draw in it and then I can immediately put water on top of it and it shouldn't leak, smudge, or anything. This, according to JetPen's website, is supposed to be archival too, but if I use this to draw anything and then I go right after, like I put watercolors right on after, it smudges on all the ink, black ink swirls with the paint. It's just really, it's not good. So that's why this is like the only one that I really trust, because I can literally draw pictures with this and within like seconds I can go in with watercolor, or maybe not seconds, maybe give it a minute to dry, and no smudging whatsoever. So I have like full trust when I use this and I want to paint that this won't leak at all. So I think I have like tons of these and tons of backups because it's the only pen I have that I fully trust. Alright, a couple other items, 3 more items left. These just a pair of scissors. I'm actually not even sure if I'm supposed to bring this. I haven't brought this on a flight before, so it's just a simple pair of scissors, but I'm pretty sure this will get caught out if I put this in carry-on, so I will have to make sure I check my pencil case because I would be devastated if I lost this. It's just so convenient. I do have a couple other small scissors as well, but this one is just probably my favorite because I have a few travel scissors, but they're almost much shorter, whereas this one is actually quite long, so it's very comfortable to use. Now this one, it looks like an ordinary pen, and I don't even really know if it's necessary in the pencil case because I'm not sure when I would use it, but it's actually not a pen at all. It's got the tiniest, let me see if I can zoom in. Can you see that? The tiniest blade at the top, which is out of ceramic, and it is used to, like, if you use it with a ruler, you can like Stanley knife designs out. I have not come up with a need for this yet, but it feels perfect for travel, right? It's so discreet. It looks like a pen. It's very small. I'm sure this won't get detected in the metal detector because it's not metal. If I'm at home, I'm more likely to use an actual blade because I have lots of different blades I can use at home. So it seems suitable for the pencil case. I just haven't come up with a need just yet. And then the last item is this ruler. It's just a beautiful Sumiku Gurashi standard 15 centimeter ruler. And yeah, that is everything in my travel pencil case that I intend to take with me, and I think if it works for this trip, then I will just leave it as is. I still see a few changes, like I took out that pencil, and I think I need to change these colors and have a second one probably because I have so many different colors. But other than that, I'm really happy with my setup. Everything fits perfectly. And yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina, reporting for my room. Back to your internet.